Yeah, so I'm doing my delivery job now. Oh, look at that beautiful sunrise. That is beautiful. Hold on. Ain't no cars behind me. Look at this sunrise. Ow. See that? The sun is rising. Alright, maybe almost. Yeah, look at that. That's in my rearview mirror. I'm getting ready to do my very first delivery. And this is how, if I do catch the virus, this is how it's gonna get in my body because I'm always touching, you know what I mean? But I do have hand sanitizer. You know, before COVID, we was all living some type of a, I don't know what kind of life y'all was living, but my life was already in shambles. It was. And I be wearing my glasses because sometimes I get a little bit too teary-eyed. My name is Talita, as you guys may know, and I've been through a whole lot of stuff that I've been through that I'm not really going to share with anybody but between myself and God. I don't know my real purpose on earth, but all of us have a purpose. And I'm about to be 41 in 1 week. So that means that right now I'm 40. At the age of 40, I had a traumatic work experience as to where I was terminated from my employment. I believe that it was for speaking up. But my supervisor has been documented information, like every little situation that occurred between her and I. She has been documenting it, and one of her reasons for doing this is I've taken her to the office once on one occasion when one of my parents called me and was telling me that a teacher was talking about me to her, lying, making up stories on me. So I go to my supervisor and I said to my supervisor, I explained to her what happened. I said such and such called this parent and said such and such about me, and the way how she was responding to me, mind you, I took her to the office and I complained against her. So that's a red flag between her and I. Rewind. Before I went and complained about my co-worker, I asked her supervisor not to place me with her because I already know that I'm a human, you're a human. No matter how hard you try to be professional, you will be professional and tacky at the same time. And what I am not going to allow when I work with anybody, I'm not going to allow nobody to be professional and tacky with me. If you're going to be professional, you're going to be professional. If you're going to be tacky, you're going to be tacky, but you cannot be both. You cannot be both. I'm sorry. This lady have her master's in psychology. She used her degree against me in so many ways. And I've had a conversation with a coworker before on my phone, and she stated that this supervisor told her that she knows how to use her degree against people, and all along I've been telling people that my supervisor used her degree against me, and people looking at me like, oh, you crazy, one person said you either made yourself get fired or whatever the case may be, but I didn't make myself get fired. How do I know that? Okay, I tell you. I held on to the company even though I was going through whatever it is that I was going through. I used to complain about my supervisor to any and everybody, even people in Jamaica. I was talking to somebody yesterday and I didn't even remember talking to her about her. That's how bad it was. I've never had to talk about any of my supervisor consistently. Because sometimes, yes, they do get on your nerves and you do have to talk about them. Because it's like, I'm not saying that I'm right all the time. I'm not right all the time. And somebody say, I think I know it all. I don't know it all. But I know whatever I know that I know how to express it. Okay? Now, my supervisor is so colorful that it's disgusting for me to describe her in a nice way. It makes me sick just to even talk nice about her. The only good thing that I could say about her, that when it's time for her to be professional, she know how to change into the army of professionalism, and then when it's time for her to be evil, she just, I don't know, that's what I'm saying, she's colorful. You never know what personality you're gonna get when you go to work. Whenever I see the need to do something or to help out, I always jump in without her even having to say anything to me. If, like, one day I went to work and nobody wasn't in the kitchen to fix the children breakfast, and sure I did, ran in the kitchen, cut up the apples, do what I gotta do, put the Eggo in the microwave. You know what I mean? That's what I did. I was a hard worker, dedicated. I love what I do. But my supervisor turned on me. I complained about her on numerous occasions. 1, 2, 3 letters I remember writing, at least. Powder coated. One letter I wrote, a long 2-page letter saying, please, please help me, rescue me from my supervisor. And I thought that when I wrote that letter, I thought that somebody is just gonna be an alert, like, oh my God, something is not right. But instead, they in the office also made a mockery of me. Because what they did was they called me like 20-30 minutes before closing time to address a 2-page letter begging for help. If you know what I mean? To me, that was unprofessional and tacky. Because if I have a worker that writes me a letter, even a phrase complaining about somebody, is horrible. Much less 2 pages of complaining. 2 pages of help me. You know what I mean? A lot of people wouldn't understand my standpoint. They wouldn't understand my point of view. You know why? Because people are stuck up in their ways. Like, we're all stuck up in our own ways. We're all stubborn in some sense. But when it comes to being professional, your stubbornness should be out the door. And you should stay focused on pleasing not only the customer that you serve, but also the workers that's under your belt. I didn't really learn much from my supervisor. Only thing I learned was how to be evil and how to retaliate. I did learn some academics, like, you know, some vocabularies, which they don't really stay in my brains. But the struggle for me is real. I did get anxiety because of that. It's just too much for me to explain in one video. It has to be over and a repetition of video for me. And would I wish that on anybody else? No. I wouldn't wish what happened to me on nobody. I wouldn't wish that on you know what I mean? But it is what it is, you know. We get caught up into this world of I gotta be the boss, I gotta be in control, I'm the one, you know what I mean? Instead of, am I being fair while I'm being in control, while I'm being a boss? you, as a supervisor, you should ask yourself that question. Is this something that I would like to see happen to my child? And what my supervisor did to me, that ain't nothing that could be done to anybody's child. Because she went inside my prefrontal cortex, and I know she did, because that's all she used to talk about. Everything, every time they tell her to do a presentation, and the prefrontal cortex, and the prefrontal cortex. Well, the prefrontal cortex, after I got fired, I realized the prefrontal cortex is an information box. It holds your memory. You know what I mean? So if that was her thing, to where she always got to talk about it, okay, that means to me she went inside my box. Now people like, how did you allow her to go inside your brain? I don't know. I trusted her. I was telling her, I was confiding in her. I used to tell her everything. Like when my kid, like when I go home and I'm tired and I have to take Tylenol, I used to tell her, like, I'm tired of taking Tylenols every day, because you know what? I would complain about my working conditions. When COVID hit, the classroom dynamics changed. So therefore, instead of having 20 children, they dropped it down to 10, right? 10 children, 10 children, 2 staffs. But the children that returned to the classroom, to me, they was way different from the children, you know what I mean, that was there before. Meaning, these children now, the COVID children, they're more emotionally disturbed, and it's due to a lot of reasons. It could be a lack of resources that mom or dad probably lost their job or whatever. Everybody is not strong. Everybody is not intelligent. Everybody's not educated. You know what I mean? And children are the victims of this. And it's not every parent that knows how to be a parent. Not because you have a child, that doesn't mean that you know how to parent. I'm 40 years old, and I have my AA degree in child development, and I also have my BA degree in early childhood education, and I'm still learning about kids, because my kids now, it's 2 girls, they fight a lot. I'm learning how to deal with that. I gotta learn how to not cuss. I gotta learn how to, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of stuff that we still have to learn. And these things are not taught, you know what I mean? There's no manual that say, okay, Talita, when your children do this, then this is how you should react. There's no manual on parenting. Yeah, you could take parenting class, which I would recommend parenting to anybody that have a child. Once you pop a baby out, or even if you considering having a child, take a parent class. Early child, learn how children develop, and learn about the children, their different temperament. Learn about their learning styles. Learn about children, you know what I mean? And by doing that, I'm not going to say you will conquer abuse or neglect, but you would be going away from it in some type of way, because you will have the proper knowledge to say, all right, no, I shouldn't be doing this, or no, I shouldn't be doing this, no, I shouldn't be whooping my kid for this, no, you know what I mean? And you will know that timeout is a powerful tool. You will learn that meditation is a powerful tool. Had I not been meditating, I don't know where the hell I would be right now, honestly. My brains was gone so bad, I had to go to the beach to bring it back. Oh, my mom. My guy was with me, I had to go to the beach, and I did a lot of dancing at the beach. The other day I went to the beach, and I didn't even want to stay there. I wasn't feeling it, because I'm already I'm not healed all the way. I still need to go, like, probably every so often, maybe once or twice a month. I probably still need to go to the beach, and you know what I mean? But I've learned a lot after I got fired. I learned a lot about people. I learned a lot about myself. I've learned how to speak up more. And one of the reasons why I did get terminated is because I spoke up. I told my supervisor, I said, I didn't sign up for this. Cleaning shitty diapers, seven diapers, 2 teachers. And then we had autistic children in our classroom. It was too much for me. I'm going through anxiety, and my anxiety came from me working at that job under the conditions that I was working under. I've never had anxiety before. It's never been, even if I have, it has never been documented. So, yeah, everybody had anxiety during COVID, but mine was triggered by my supervisor and the way that I was treated at my school where I used to work. And in the office, I don't know, it's like they was all, I don't know, like they all was working together, you know? I had like a little nervous laugh. I was taken to the office for my nervous laugh. You know what I mean? Whenever, I don't know, it's like, you know, when you talking to somebody and they be like, hey girl, how you doing? I'm like, I'm good. You know, but people that you don't know be like, that right there. One day my supervisor said that my laugh was so loud and rude that she couldn't hear me. She couldn't hear me while she was talking to me. I said, Lord have mercy on her soul, because that's a lie. That is a lie. I don't laugh that loud. It's a nervous laugh. Like I'm a no, it's more like that's it. That's what my laugh was about. And hey, this is where I used to work. That's crazy. Site. This is one of the sites over here. That's crazy right there. This is crazy. Crazy. This is crazy. Yeah, this is one of my working site. I used to work over here. Well, this is one of their sites. Right here. Right there. I used to work right here. You know, and it's crazy how I'm talking about them. And this is where the address where I'm led to. And there is the sun. We get to see the sun fully rose. There it is. You know. And what happened to me, I wouldn't really recommend, or I wouldn't wish it to happen to nobody else. I could only bring awareness. That's all I could do. And I'm not deemed to be a bad person. Never was and never will be. But after my termination, I'm recovering from memory loss and all kind of other crap that goes abuse. I think I was abused there. But I don't have no proof. You know what I mean? I don't have no proof. But it is what it is. I don't work there no more. I'm delivering groceries across the street from them. That's just one of the facility, you know? And it's just hurtful. It's very hurtful. To even think about everything and how everything did not work in my favor. At the age of 40, I thought that I was going to be looking forward to my retirement. And I don't know, I didn't expect for me to be doing no delivery at this point. You know what I mean? At this point, I'm not expecting to do delivery. I'm expecting, moving into a house, taking my kids with me, and moving forward. But no, my mind got to be, it's gonna go now into recovery mode. And this is what I call employee abuse and all this other crap. But I'm in poverty, so I didn't really try to pursue a lawsuit, which I should, but it's gonna look like I'm just money hungry because, like, oh, you lost your job, so now you gonna try to get money from this company. It's not the money, it's the morals. It's like, what you did to me was wrong. Did I learn something from it? Yes. I learned not to be evil. I learned not to make up stories about my employees. I learned not to go and, because there was a parent that talked good about me at one point, and my supervisor never mentioned that to the office. Nobody knew. Every good thing that happened, nobody knew. But all the bad things that happened, they knew. My absences and tardies was one of the reasons why I was terminated. But they got to remember, technical difficulties. Every time I go to work, it was nobody there to open the door sometimes. Can't sign in. Um, you know, sometimes when I sign in, my password wouldn't work. I was about to cry, so put the glasses on. Sometimes when I go to work to sign in, my password wouldn't work. But I'm gonna drop this delivery and move forward, I guess. Drink me some tea and just chillax. I don't know how my day gonna turn out. I don't know where I'm gonna deliver at. I didn't use my new car because gas is high. All right, bye.